Kiti Kravel Ir Lil Yilachem
No. Read that word correctly.
Aleha
Right.
Vikarata Aleha Le Shalom.
Okay, what does that mean?
When you approach a city to wage war against it, first of all, you shall call to it for peace.
Okay, you're supposed to call for peace, but let's look at the Rashi. What does the Rashi say? Who wants to read the Rashi? Elon. Chapter 20, verse 10.
Chapter 17. What page is it? 1061. Yeah. Okay. Kiti Kriv.
No. We read the pasuk. Now to read the Rashi.
Okay.
Kiti kravel ir.
The Milchamet Harishut Hakatuv Midaber.
The Milchamet Harishut Hakatuv Midaber. Okay, the Torah is talking here. Rashi says, when are you supposed to call for peace? No, right. Yes, chumash.
Yeah, go.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. אני לא מבין אנגלית, רק תדבר לי בעברית. רק בעברית פה. So, it says when you go to war, ask the boy next to you or the boy next to you across from you. Okay, when you go to war, what is the Milchamet Harashut? What is the Milchamet Harashut? This is a very important point for everybody to understand. You're supposed to call for peace before you go into battle. Rashi says that only refers to a Milchamet Rashut. What's a Milchamet Rashut? Anybody know?
Voluntary war, like it's not a Milchamet. It's an offensive war most of the time.
This boy, so there's two basic types of wars. There's Milchamet Mitzvah, obligatory war, and Milchamet Rashut, which is a discretionary war. What's a Milchamet Mitzvah? And what's an obligatory war? Against Amalek. Very good, Yossi. What else?
Defensive war,
where you're being attacked, a defensive war. And what else?
Like when they took over Israel.
Excellent, Elon. When they conquered the 7 nations. So when they conquered the land of Canaan. Those types of wars, you're not supposed to call for peace. You're not allowed to, according to Rashi. You're not allowed to call for peace, according to Rashi. Those types of wars you have to fight the battle. And you're not allowed to give peace because you're supposed to wipe them out. But a Milchamet Rashut, which is an optional war, which is, let's say, a war of expanding the boundaries, that is what it means when you call for peace. That's what Rashi's saying. Okay, who wants to read the next pasuk? Who would like to read? Boaz! Yes. By the way, wait. I'd like to wish everybody, let's wish Nohorai a happy birthday. Happy birthday to Nohorai. No, it's a Hebrew birthday. Only, that's what the mama celebrates. Okay, go on, Boaz. Excellent. What does that mean? If they respond with peace, and they open up their gates for you, then all the people that are in it, will be for you lemas. They can make peace with you, then they have to pay taxes to you, and they have to be your subjects, meaning like kind of like Puerto Rico, like as a subject of the United States, and they're not a state, but they have to do whatever America wants to them. They're citizens, but they don't have full voting rights. They have partial vote. I think they can vote in like the conventions in caucuses, but not in the real election. I don't think so. They don't have any electoral votes, and they don't have a real Congress member. They have somebody who goes to Congress and is like caucuses with people, but doesn't get a real vote in there. Kind of like DC, actually. Oh, no, but DC has electoral votes. Okay, who would like to read the Rashi on that? Who? Oh, Will. Very good, Will. No, Afilu ata motzeba.
המאמין שנצטווית להקריבם אתה רשאי לקיימם.
Right, even if you find some of the 7 nations in that town, you went to a faraway town and you found some of the 7 nations who you're obligated to destroy, these you're allowed to let live. Actually, just to be 100% clear so that nobody walks out of here thinking that they have to go kill people, we don't know who the 7 nations are anymore. We have no idea who they are. We have no idea. The Talmud says once Sancheiriv came in and mixed up the nations, we no longer know who the 7 nations are. So this is basically a theoretical law, but it's still an important theory because we're learning some basic approaches to war. And so let's say you fight this discretionary battle and you discover in the city a Canaanite or a person who's from Canaan who you're supposed to kill out. But since they're in the other town, then you don't, if they make peace, you let them live. Okay, whose turn is it to read the next verse? Eitan.
Ve'im lo tashlim amecha
Close. Imach.
imach ve'anta
Ve'asta.
sta imcha
Good.
milkama
Good.
betzarva
Good.
alveha.
Eitan, I'm very proud of you. You did a beautiful job.
Just a lot of Gemara and
Yeah, Eitan is first of all, I admire that Eitan likes to volunteer to read. It's a very good way to improve your skills. So Eitan, yasher koach to you. Let's say they won't make peace with you. And they want to do battle with you. Then you have to make a siege against them. Rashi tells us something. Who wants to read? Yossi, you read the Rashi. Yossi, to Yud Bet. The pasuk is promising you that if you don't make peace with you,
so far,
in the end it will be to make war with you. Meaning to say, don't think, okay, there's no peace and all the problem will go away on its own. No! The Torah tells us the problems with the enemies don't go away on their own. You know, you can either solve the problem now or solve the problem later. If they don't make peace with you, we promise you they're going to go to war with you. Go on. No, Vitsarta, well, Afla Ariva, you can even starve them. You could starve them, or you could cause them to get thirsty, or you could give them a deadly disease. Okay. Next pasuk. Who wants to read? Yes, Aiden.
Hashem Elohecha Yedecha Kita Et Kol Zechorah L'Pi Charev.
So if they don't make peace with you, what are you supposed to do to them? God will give them into your hands, and He will kill all the males, and you shall kill all the males according to the sword. So Rashi says, if you do what God tells you, then in the end, Hashem will put them into your hands. So you have to kill all the males then. This is the city who refuses to make peace with you. Kill all the males. Okay, whose turn is it to read? Who hasn't read yet?
Judah.
Judah, and then Eitan will read the Rashi. What? Okay, now. Omer, you read. Okay, Eitan, you read.
Rak Anashim, Vehatat, Vehabehima, Vehol Asher Yeh Ba'ir, Kol Shalola, Avot, Lav, Va'alta, Et Shalal, Levacha Asher Nasan, Hashem Elkecha.
Right, but you have to kill all the males. But this city, which is far away, you can let the women, the children, the animals, and everything in the city and all the booty you can consume that God gave to you. Basically, booty.
Just wanted to make sure you see it.
What's the problem?
I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with
Do you know what booty is?
No.
Loot.
Well, it's loot. What?
Mature mind,
Like,
like,
treasure.
you want to stay.
Right, it's like treasure.
Like treasure, like, treasure.
No, right. It's your Hebrew birthday, no, right?
Yeah.
Celebrate the moment.
Celebrating it.
Okay, so basically, if it's a faraway city, you can let the children and women live. But Rashi says, Aftav shall, even male small children. Okay, but now next pasuk, who's going to read? Whose turn is it? No, right, since you got the inquiring mind over there. Harachokot mimcha. Okay, thus you shall do to all the cities that are far away from you, that are not from these nations. That's what you would do for the faraway cities. But go on. Ellie, you read. Let's go, Ellie. Be a tiger out here. Let's go, Ellie.
Rock Nevarai, Hamim, Ha'ela, Sher, Shem, Lokeka, Natem, Lacha, Nachala, Lo, Tefiyah, Kol, Yishama.
Okay, only from those cities that Hashem, your God, gave to you as an inheritance. Lo tichayek kol neshama. What does this mean? What does that word mean? Lo tichayek. What does that mean? Kol neshama. Do not let anyone live. So this is why, by the way, so now you hear like the big thing from the anti-Semites is they like to accuse the Jews of genocide, right? This is like the least effective genocide. But this is what God is commanding us in the Torah when we conquer the land, because Hashem is telling us to do it. So does anybody have a problem with this?
I agree with that.
What?
I like it. I like to talk about it.
You let me hear more. I mean, it is the Torah, so of course. But don't you feel like it's a little bit problematic? No. Okay. Does anybody have any thoughts about it? Interesting. When I was your age, this really bothered me. I said, "Wait, how can the Torah can us? Like you walk into a city, you're supposed to shoot a baby?" I mean, when I was your age, I was very bothered by it.
Makes them babies too. I'm not bothered by it.
What?
Bothered by it.
It says you're not allowed to let any soul live. It's
like what the people think we're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what we were commanded to do in the Bible. But I'll say that even though the Torah commands us to do this, the rabbis of the Talmud right away made it totally theoretical and say we can't do it anymore, because the rabbi said we don't know who these people are, so you know how to do it.
Didn't Shaul
Shaul lost the kingdom because
They killed
but Rabbi, after there were, anybody ever hear of Sabra Shatila? Never heard of the Sabra Shatila? What happened was back in around 1981, you can look it up exactly. This was one of the biggest scandals in Israeli history. Nobody's heard of it? Give me hear of Ariel Sharon?
Yeah.
So he was the prime minister. Before he was prime minister, he was the general. When he was the general of Israel in Lebanon. Oh, wait. Everybody look at Bear. Everybody take a picture of us, Bear. Everybody look up. Wait. Everybody go like this. Everybody do an action shot. Action. Wait, Elon, action. No. Look here, Allie. Don't look up here. Everybody look at here. You look at me. No. Mish. Look here. Yeah. You don't want to look at me. You're not posing. Okay. You got it, Bear? Wait, Bear, take a 20-second video. Take a 20-second video. I'm going to put this on my TikTok. Everybody look at me. We'll do this here. Okay, so here's what it's saying. Saber Shatila, what happened was Sharon he allowed this community of Christians who did not like the Muslims to go into Saber Shatila, and they massacred everybody. So when that happened, thank you, Bear. When that happened, Sharon had a big problems, and they had a whole commission in the Knesset. And Rabbi Aaron Lichtenstein, who was the Rosh Yeshiva of Har Etzion, the Gush, he said the reason why Shaul lost the kingdom was not because he didn't kill every Amalekite, was because he also decided to take the animals take the best of the animals. So he started applying selectively the laws of the Bible. So that was the problem. That's what Rabbi Lichtenstein said. But it is true that Shaul didn't completely kill all the Amalekites. But Rabbi Lichtenstein argued that if he didn't do any of it, he would have been okay. But once he started just doing a partial following of the commandments, that was the problem. Okay, whose turn is it to read? Who would like to read? Who hasn't read?
Mish.
Omer.
He Aaron Takuri Mem Hafiti Ramori Vatne Vaprisi Vafedi Vayivusi Kasher Tzivka Hashem Otecha.
Right. But you shall wipe out the Chiti, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Chivites, the Yevusites, just like God commanded. And now read one more. Omer, you read two. No, wait, Judah, you haven't read yet.
Leman Asher Lo Yilamedu Testem Leaso Tefo Teoab Tent Asher Asu Leo Hashem
Well, no, this is an idol. Asher Asu Elohim.
Leam Be'atam Be'atam LeHashem Elokechem.
Right, so that you shall not learn to do their abominable ways. But the problem here is, the way most commentaries read this is that you're not allowed to offer peace to the nations of the land of Canaan. You have to wipe them out. But it's not the only source, because there's other sources which Rambam quotes, which is that before the Jewish people entered the land of Canaan, they said you can either make peace or run away. And so they gave them that option. And that seems to go in the face of this Torah. But there's another way to read this pasuk, which says, when you come to the city and call upon it for peace, that doesn't just apply to the faraway cities, but also applies to the cities in the land of Canaan. And anyway, you should be familiar with this passage, one of the most controversial passages in the Hebrew Bible. But the other point that we have to make is, sorry to say, that it's not pretty war. And that's, if there's something that we learned from history, it's sometimes sadly the case. It's kill or be killed. I mean, that's just, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that that's what we should do today, God forbid, but I'm saying that's history. For much of world history, it was either you kill or you're going to get killed. I mean, that's...
Who were the seven nations?
We just read them. They were the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Chivites, the Yevusites. Where are the Girgashites? Well, they fled. That's what the Midrash says. Okay, but just before we daven Mincha at this time, okay, we're going to do something.